Hi guys, this is Louie again, and tonight we have one very good show for you. It's been a while. I think it's been like 3 months now. Did a lot of research, and we're going to give a lot of reveals. Okay, so this is the Ascendants Talk Show number 33. It's the show on the Final Judgment. So, where's my talk show host, Morgan? Morgan, are you here? I need your help because I can't handle so much. So, can you help me out?
Hey KO, yeah I can. Hey everyone, I'm here and I'm gonna reveal the answers that were channeled by TJ.
Yes, we actually have pretty much everything that we want to know about the Final Judgment. So, Morgan, you have some studies on the Bible or on prophecy?
Yeah, so there's a lot of prophecies in the Bible, like almost too many to mention. Most of them come from the Old Testament, though, the Hebrew Bible of the Jewish people. But there's some prophecies in the New Testament too, new divine laws reveal as well. And this show on the Final Judgment kind of clears up some things about the afterlife that people really want to know, that the Bible doesn't really give too much information on, because it's an account that was written down after Jesus ascended to heaven. So it's an inspired word of God, but it's not directly the word of God. Only when Jesus is speaking or God speaks in the Bible, it's really the word of God. That goes against a lot of what Christians believe, that all of it's the word of God, but this will clear up some things about the afterlife and what really happens, which people really want to know, so I think it'll be good. And the truth should resonate with a lot of open-minded people and more spiritual people, I think.
And this is actually a pretty big show. We have 20 plus questions. We have like 2 parts, and the first part is going to be about the Final Judgment. And what is the second part about, Morgan? You were the one that gave these questions to the elders.
Yeah, I think it was more to do with Ascension, the second part.
Yeah.
About like karma, the higher dimensional body, and some things about the judgment, like about when it will take place and things like that, and free will. So questions that are related to the Bible. Some people believe there'll be a rapture, but I don't think that will happen. It's the final judgment is like a judgment on humanity for their sins.
Yes, and we're also going to have my updates, and obviously it's really out there, but you know what, guys? What we're doing is actually bringing us to this great future that we've been told about by the elders. So we don't sit on our butts. We're actually working hard to give you the show. So I hope this time you guys can give us some very good ratings, right? Because it's been 3 months and I really wanted to hold off on doing shows until our group improves in a way where it cannot be denied that something's happening. You know, energy work, I think if done properly, you will see some really good results, and I see that in my group right now. My group is the Ascendants. So let's get started, Morgan. Let's start on the first 10 questions about the Final Judgment. I'll be given the questions, and Morgan, you'll be given the responses from our great ArchAngel Raziel. I mean, he tried to answer most of it, but some of them was actually answered by me as an elder in the year 2030. So let's get started. Let's do question number 1 first. Question number 1 we have is Ascension a chance or test to find out how to become an infinite being? And what did you get from the ArchAngel Raziel?
He said that he doesn't know. It could be both.
Yes.
So not one or the other.
Yes, it's interesting because you know what? I try to get ArchAngel Raziel to come down. So yes. I think he hasn't come here as like a human, like he's never, entered into the human body. That's what I think. I haven't asked him that specifically. So he remains up in the heaven realm to able to help us. So thank you, ArchAngel Raziel. We also have question 2 that we also gave to him. Question 2, very good. Now, I wanted to know this too. So question 2 is, if God lives in heaven, who rules or guides the parallel heaven realms? And as you guys know, we actually did readings because I found out there's also parallel heavens where we're split into like other extreme versions of our being, right? So what did he say? Where is this other?
He said that it's God that rules and guides the parallel heaven realms. And I assume he does that with his mind, because if you read the Bible, like, God can speak to everyone. He can, if he wanted to, he could speak to us right now. So he can probably connect to a parallel heaven realm very easily without needing to move, because he doesn't have wings like the angels. Like, I think there's a reading that Jesus uses a horse to get to places really fast, because he's not got the angel wings. So I feel like God can just connect to any other realm he wants.
And you can see that it's very interesting that he is the one God. Like, he doesn't exist in the parallel heaven as other beings like angels. There's actually parallel heaven archangels like Archangel Michael.
Yes,
the parallel version of him. But not just in one parallel heaven. There's actually many parallel heavens. Why do I say that? Because recently I've been doing some, let's say, energy work with Marcus. And you know who Marcus is, right? Marcus is the moon guy, right? The guy that I found out comes from another planet. He's actually was watching over us on the moon. That's why I call him the moon guy. So what he wanted to do was actually, do all these mergers, right? But I told him, why don't we also do the parallel heaven versions of the archangels? And we have been doing those. So he is getting like really, I would say really strong, like maybe even stronger than maybe Elder Felix. And Felix is like a version of like Father, but from a different place, right?
Yes.
So
should we call our heaven realm prime heaven then?
I've been calling it prime heaven just to.
That makes sense.
Just to differentiate, because when I do the energy work, I have to make sure that I don't call up the wrong version, right? I want to call up the prime one I call it the original archangel, right? And then what I do is I've been doing these energy work, what I call like mergers, so that we can go to a higher level. I'm not doing any sort of dark or fallen angel, and there's a reason for that, because you don't want to go to this place called hell, right?
Yeah, that energy is from there, so it won't let you get into heaven. It's too pure a place.
Yeah, so it looks like the next question will tell you why we don't do these type of blending with the negative or opposite versions, because it's detrimental to not only your health, but to where you go in the afterlife. So
so important.
Let's do question 3 so that you guys can understand. We do the questions and we consistently give it to the ArchAngel Raziel because he's been there for a while, but he's been guiding me and Terrence and all the other guys in the Ascendant group, right?
Yeah.
So it's been quite a journey, quite a ride, but he's basically told us the truth. I think he's the only one that's been steadily giving us the truth. The responses are true. Like, I don't see any sort of reason for him to lie to us, and that's why we've been getting stronger. So let's do question 3. What beings guide the souls of the dead to the realm they are supposed to go? And what did you get?
They called him Saint Peter. So he was Simon, the brother of Andrew in the Bible, and he's one of the first people to follow Jesus. So Peter later called him the Rock after he asked the disciples who they think he is, because people were trying to speculate, not just the disciples but his followers, who Jesus was, like who is he? Maybe some people were saying maybe it was Elijah come back, but then Peter said that he was the Messiah, Son of God. So Jesus gives him the keys to heaven and says, like, you're the rock now, that he would build his church, basically the Christian religion, on him. So there's so many different interpretations. There's so many different interpretations of that scripture. But we found out that when Jesus said he would be a fisher of men instead of, because he was originally a fisherman, so he would catch fish and sell them. Obviously, he's finding souls, so it's interesting. He's basically like Hermes in Greek mythology. He's in so many different places at once, guiding souls. So that's a very high esteemed position for a human to ever, because we found out the disciples were just human, not to be rude, but human origin, not from the heaven realm. So that's very good position to get from Jesus. So that well done to Peter.
Well done, well done. And we might actually talk to him.
Yeah.
If we have a chance. So he must have a really tough job to be given a job that filters who goes where. I mean, come on. Like,
that's a lot of responsibility.
That's a huge responsibility. Let me see if we got a chance. Maybe we can get his take on his job, what he's doing.
Yeah, I assume that before he got that, maybe it was archangels doing it because they can guide souls. So I don't know now that they don't need to do that. Well, I wonder who it was before.
I'll tell you more near the end about opening portals. You bad people that open portals. It's almost like You left the toilet seat up again. What are you guys doing? It's not good. So I'm going to talk about near the end about you guys opening portals and forgetting to close the portals. It's very detrimental to not only your health, but some other things. So let's continue so that we can tell you why the final judgment. Okay? So question 4, very good question. Morgan, you always come up with the best questions. This is the main one. Question number 4. What is the final judgment? And what did ArchAngel Raziel say?
He said God's final judgment for humans.
Whoa. I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I think there's no going back. Like if you guys keep going on the road that you're going, I see what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
You will answer to somebody, trust me.
Yeah, even after Jesus' crucifixion, the humans aren't blameless or sinless. That's not how it works.
Some of the energy work that I've been doing, I've been shocked that I've been, monitored. Yeah. So you guys don't understand. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, right? Yeah. Like you could be like the lowest guy, right? You're going to be judged. So you have to do some good things, like maybe save a life, maybe pray to Jesus, do something good, right? Because when it all comes down to it, a lot of you have no more time. Like, I don't understand why you guys don't think it's important, your soul, right? And we've been talking about it recently. You're on the forum, Morgan, and the other guys are talking about it, not me. Like, you guys are talking about it. How important is the soul, right?
Yeah.
So, but let's continue because I think giving you guys the facts, then you guys can make up your mind. You don't have to, do the research. We did the research for you. Morgan, it ends up we doing the research, all of it, for you guys. So you guys can make a better judgment. Okay, so number 5, when demons are purified for helping the Ascendants, right? What type of being do they become? Is it an angel or something else? And what did ArchAngel Raziel say? What did they become?
He said spirits. That's very fascinating. I would not have guessed that. Maybe I would.
That's really good. That's really good. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because I thought it wouldn't make sense for them to become angels because they're spawns of Satan. So they're a different kind of breed of being entirely because it's just the bad stuff. But if they get purified, they don't die. They can become spirits. I think that's a beautiful thing. If that can happen.
Very, very good. So there is hope for even demons.
Wow.
See? I don't make things up. That's why when we talk to the elders and they talk back to me and DJ, we've been gathering so much, and then you guys turn your backs. I've seen you guys turn your back. Turn your backs to this information is turning your back to God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how powerful it is. So when I fully trusted TJ to help us does the readings, man, you should see my change. It's like I was never thinking that I was going to be this good, okay? And you're very good, Morgan. You don't know, like, seriously, everything.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good just now.
Yeah.
I'm more at peace.
You're more at peace, right? Okay, so let's continue. And
just before, one more thing to say about the spirits thing is some people will worship those lower beings as gods, but if they become spirits when they're purified and not gods, that obviously shows that, I mean, they have power, but they're not like up that level, That's probably why ArchAngel Raziel didn't want to answer questions on them because, they do see them as a bit like lower for life forms. Obviously the evil entities, so this kind of clears that up, that they're not like these.
And I also, now with the clearing thing, Morgan,
I
know what people think. They think the energy never dies, right? But, you guys are abusing your body. You guys are like, taking alcohol, taking the drugs, smoking, vaping. I know what you guys are doing. I see you guys doing it. You guys don't have infinite life. You guys don't have infinite tries. That's a gamer's theory, right? So what do I mean by that? Your soul needs a certain level of spirit energy, okay, to run the consciousness. So that's why you see all these people wasting their time now because they kind of given up, okay? And I see a lot of younger guys giving up. Why? Because they're like not trying, not doing anything. They're just sitting there. And when you sit there, you don't ascend. You have to do some energy work, something, right? Maybe pray to Jesus, at least something, right? But you guys do nothing. So you guys thinking that you're going to come back again, but not necessarily. The orbs that are floating around, they're just orbs. They're just energy. You want to be like that? A mindless orb? That's why you need to continue. You need to do something. You can't sit there and thinking you're going to be a mindless orb. You want to be like that? You're going to be a mindless orb. because I told you have to do something. So I'm preparing you guys so that you guys, when you guys become the mindless orb, then you're going to go, oh. Right? No, oh. Then you know that I try to help you guys. Don't say I didn't try to help you guys. But our group not becoming mindless orbs. Our group really ascending because we've been consistently doing energy work, consistently doing readings. And TJ does the readings for us because I think he's the most powerful psychic in any place. Not only does he give the reading, it's in percentages. I mean, who can do that? I mean, nobody.
It's unheard of.
Nobody. There's nobody. Morgan, there's nobody. Trust me. TJ, he's becoming into his own. I didn't know because, and he doesn't tell you things right away. Like, for me, I was thinking that maybe I was all that, right? And he go, Lou, did you know that you have a halo? And I go, I don't know. When were you going to tell me that? Because the reason why he doesn't want to tell you things, he wants you to grow into your own being. He doesn't want to have to always tell me to say, hey, Lou, did you know you're very negative today? No. I know it already that I'm negative, right? Yeah. So then he'll give me a hug and I go, oh, he knows that I'm negative. So he'll give me a hug. See what I'm saying? But you know what? You people, you have nobody like that around you. Okay? So let us be the ones to help you. We have a forum. We have the YouTube. We have the beats. I mean, we're not that distance that we can't help you. I've seen the people more negative now, and I've been doing some readings on you guys, and I know because the ones that cannot wait no longer, when we do the reading, I go, oh my God, your negativity is like going through the roof. Like, how long are you going to wait? Do you see what I'm saying, Morgan? They wait. People wait. They wait until I do the reading, and then the forecast says, oh, you also have a disease coming. It's breast cancer. And then they go, oh, how long were you going to wait, right? I'm not saying that I'm the most powerful healer, but TJ is the most powerful psychic reader. So you already got one guy that will say, oh, yeah, you have something coming that's not good. See? So I'm letting you guys know that, we can give you some help, right? But it's not going to be continuously free, right?
Yeah.
Because, TJ, he has to eat. I got to eat, right? So if you people say, oh, let's do it for free. No. There's no free meal these days, right? I wish there was, free. Right? And you too, Morgan, right? If you're helping people with, their ascension, don't expect everything to be free given to you, right? Mm-hmm. So, because we did research here. So I hope you guys give us 20 thumbs up, 200 thumbs up, because we're giving you some free guidance, So if you feel that we're giving you good guidance, then give us some good feedback. Give us a thumbs up. Give Morgan some thumbs up. Go to his channel, right? And I posted his links. Go to his channel. Give him a thumbs up. Give him good comments, right? So let's continue. Because I think this next one too is very good. Morgan, very good question. So question 6, where do souls go to get purified before entering heaven when they have too high negativity? And what did ArchAngel Raziel tell you?
He said that they go to Purgatory and they're guided by St. Peter. And he also said Purgatory is hell. It's just another word for it. So it's not like a different realm. Yeah,
I really hope that you guys don't go there. But from what I see you guys doing, opening portals, playing with the Ouija board, seriously, and you guys forget to close it too. How do I know? Oh, jeez. How do I know? Let's continue. Question 7 is very good. Okay, what changes the appearance of fallen angels after the fall? And what was the response from ArchAngel Raziel?
He said negativity, because I thought maybe it was a realm itself, because it's a very dense realm, but it's their own negativity that makes them look demonic. More demonic, sorry, because they're kind of half and half looking.
Yeah, and that's why we base our ascension on our negativity too. That's one of the readings that we consistently do is your negativity level, which is
Keep
actually, which is also your karma level. So if it's really high, like I said, we did some readings on some leaders and they're 30-40%. I mean, come on, 30-40. I don't even know how they can be living day by day, because already I've seen some people with just 17-15%, and the future reading was they're going to get cancer. Can you believe that, Morgan? So I don't know how these guys, maybe they're clones, seriously, how are these leaders even still living? So there's something not right there, right? So let's continue. So negativity, definitely, you got to track your own negativity. That's basically why we do this question. So negativity, if it's high, You will know. You can't control yourself no more. When it's negative, it's really high, you will see. You'll basically start getting ill.
I still remember what that was like. It was very horrible. I don't have that anymore, that uncontrollable kind of anger.
Anger, right?
I don't really get that.
Uncontrollable,
Yeah,
right? Well, I'll give you guys a sample why negativity, I found out, is no good. And that's why I started monitoring my group on their negativity. Keeping it really low. And you know, Morgan, yours is like in the negative now, right? Did you see that?
Yeah.
-3, -2. It's stabilized because now we know what is helping us. So basically, when I was first doing the energy work, you know, I was practicing with my mentor. My third mentor was James, right? And not James, the super soldier, but James, the energy trainer, right? You know, because I did post about James Rank, and I did help him with your chakras. James, where are you? You know, like
I know Stanley likes him, so it'd be good if he was on the forum.
Yeah, yes. So, anyways, I was practicing some things with James, my energy trainer, and he also removed my chakras. That was the beginning. So, we continued, right? And then one day, he did something really, really crazy, really out there. He poisoned one of the objects, and he said, Louis, go touch this item. So we did a lot of imagination, because imagination is the power that will make energy work real, right? So I touched it and I go, what? And, you know, I started in like, you know, swearing at him, because I said, dude, like, what's going on? Like, what did you do, right? Because I felt my energy leaving. I felt my soul leaving me. And he started laughing, the most, like,
manic
crazy,
laugh.
maniacal laugh. He's like, ah, and I go, dude, like, what? Why would you do that? Because that's what he always do. He always tested me, my power and my ability. He knew in the beginning that I was different, because he said, Louis, did you see your filtering energy? And I say, I kind of know, right? Because you kind of know things that you're kind of different, right? So I was filtering energy, and that's why he accepted me. He wanted to help me. And basically, this one thing that he did really changed me, because I said, I know I'm gonna die now. Like, why would you do that? Dude, I said, dude, why would you? Why? So people that are bad, they do bad things. That's their true nature, right?
Yeah.
So he was laughing, and I go, you know, you did, I'm gonna die now, right? Because he said, yeah, he's laughing, right? And then I said, I was going to help you. We were going to team up. We were going to do this energy thing, our website, right? And then he go, okay, Lou. And then I knew what he's going to do. He was going to put his soul energy into me, right? And I say, wait, I want you to reverse it. I know he can reverse energy. Can you imagine somebody that can do that? Well, you know what? He was born without chakras. There's people with no limitations. He saw my future too. He said, Lou, I saw your future. And I go, yeah, I know. See, so I know things too, right? So then he said, okay, I will do that. So I saw him change the energy that he was given to me. And then I was back. There was no draining. I did not feel drained. And I go, oh, there is a change. So next day, I was driving, right? And some, crazy guy cut me off. No signal, just right into my lane. And then this is me. Oh, what a dumb guy. There's no anger. And I go, oh, there is a change. There's a change.
Yeah, you noticed.
So I was kind of negative, but I was no longer negative.
Cool.
Just by that one thing. So people don't understand. I went through a transformation. And guess what? It was a good one. I had this ability. So it was a trick. But it was a trick on him. So people, they don't understand. Sometimes something bad can turn to something good. For me, it started
that's happened to me.
And then it became all good. When I did it to you, when I changed, everything started becoming good. Did you see that? It was a complete flip over. It was a complete 180. People, they don't understand. They don't do energy work. And when
it's where your life changes.
The whole life changes. The whole future changes. And then the elders started calling back. One of the elders was Terrence or TJ's great-grandson. That is his great-grandson, right? And he called back. And then somewhere along the way, he mentioned your name, Morgan. And I go, how would he even know Morgan, right?
Yeah, because it was one of my first sessions. I think it was my first.
You were only doing the first session, so I knew the future was already there. Somehow the future is already pre-made or preset. And I keep asking that. How come it's like that, right? And basically, it's God's will. Morgan, I'm letting you know, it's all God's will. If God allows you to do this, He's allowing you to do it. It's already His okay. His like, good, thumbs up. So I'm letting people know, if you don't do anything, if you sit there, the energy's not going to work towards you. It's going to be detrimental. And if you don't remove the chakras, why remove the chakras? People don't understand. It's called a purification. And when you do the purification, you start changing. One of them is ascension. You move out from the 3D body. Our body started moving from 4D up. It never stopped. It keep moving up. And especially you're very high now, Morgan, right? So
Yeah.
let's continue. So let you guys know why negativity is not helping you. So question 8. Oh, this is this one. Oh, okay. So this is a good one.
Yeah.
The question 8, if Jesus sometimes defends heaven from evil, who are the main opponents he faces in the heaven realm? And what did Raziel give as his response?
He said he won't discuss his enemies, meaning Jesus's. Because I asked this because Jesus, in a reading, we found it only defends heaven from evil. But I was like, who's evil in heaven? So we won't really know. Maybe it's like rebellious angels, or I don't know, to be honest.
Well, I'm thinking that there's no more of these rebellious angels anymore.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like I'm going to be fighting any sort of evil in heaven. Because I think people know, people learn, people grow, even the angels, even the archangels. Like, you're not going to follow the guy that lost everything, right? Like, you know, this bad guy, this Lucifer guy, he lost everything. Like, he could have everything, but he lost everything. So, and how? Because God is the major power. You can't rebel against him.
Yeah.
He's the most powerful being. Because look, there's no other parallel versions of God. He's only in this one place.
Yeah, like you said, he holds all the cards. It
is God's will. Whatever happens, I always say now it's God's will. Because it's really true. You know, all those things that I've been trying to take from heaven. Yeah. And, like, I'm not trying to steal things from heaven, right? But I just wanted to try. And I found out that God knows what I'm doing. What I did was I tried to take some holy tools first. And I got those holy tools because I asked TJ, TJ, like, since you can see energy, right? That's why I ask him to people, why you ask this guy? Because TJ, okay, I let you know, TJ had his chakras removed very young, like 9 years old, okay? And then nothing in the beginning. Then there's a huge transformation. Like, I started helping him by saying, can you see the future? You have no chakras now. I want you to try, right? So this is him. I can't see anything. Nothing. I can't do it, right? So knowing me, I never stop. For like a whole month, I keep asking, well, at least try, right? Like, try. And then guess what? That's all I talk. One day he say, hey. And I go, what? He say, I'm talking to you. I go, yeah, you're talking to me now. Like, what's going on? And he said, no, I'm talking to you in the future. You're talking to me in the future. Once he said that, I say, we did it. Yeah. Because I knew it was in his ability. Why would I say that? Because my dad had a lot of this prophecy thing too. I call it foresight. And that's what most of the angels have. Because I know, because TJ told me he had a halo, right? Because I asked, okay, I have a halo. You have a halo? And he said, yeah, I have a halo, right? So it's almost like, what does this man think? I got a halo, right? So I kind of knew that it must have been in my family. It was more than just genetics. Right? And my father, my biological father, is in heaven too, because I did ask, right? Yeah. He did pass away. He passed away very young. I think that's the detrimental part about my, the male side, right? They're prone to disease. That's why I had to find out what was going on with myself, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I had to have the purification. I had to have the chakras taken out, right? And now, I would say there's a supernatural change. Okay, I'll tell you more about the supernatural change. So I know you're going through some changes, but I'm going through what I think is a supernatural change.
Yeah.
Okay, so I let people know chakra removal is the key. You need to remove the chakras because 7 chakras, 7 blockages. And it happened because when TJ had it removed, he had foresight. He had a new power, not only foresight, it developed into what's called time telepathy. He was able to connect with people in various timelines, even other timelines, other places, right? Either other realms. So I knew, whoa, I gotta have that, right? So what I'm undergoing is something along what he is doing, but I'm trying to backtrack now. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll tell you guys more, but let's continue because it's very interesting. The questions that you're given next, this question 9. Okay, I let you know, we give this question 9 to ArchAngel Raziel. He did not answer it. Okay, so this is the one I gave to my future self. I call him the subcontractor Louis because somehow in the future, he's recruited by this group called the contractors that do what I call self-correction. Basically what they do, they save people in time to make Ryan's timeline. And I know it's really out there. I didn't do the reading, guys. I don't make it up. TJ say, oh, you basically make Ryan's timeline because they recruit you. And you know what the really weird thing is? The people that that recruit me, they're actually versions of me, the owner of this company that we call the contractor group. He's actually a version of me, like older Louis, but he's from a different timeline. It's the most out there thing that I've ever done a reading on. They say, oh, you actually own the company, Lou, but it's not really you. It's another version of you from another timeline. And this is me. Oh. I'm always like, oh, any more stuff that you can tell me that will blow my mind? Basically, they're blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So I let people know, you guys know zero. But when you do the energy work, you will know anything that you think that's impossible, that is not, it is already happening, like a parallel earth, that I'm actually creating another timeline because my energy is so strong. It's called soul potential, guys. That's the other thing that I want to tell you. If your soul does nothing, it's already going to do nothing. It's about your soul potential. And I asked this to my future self, and even the future self, Louis, there, that is sitting there in the future. He said, Louis, you're doing too much. Ain't that weird? Ain't it like a paradox, Morgan? My future self say that I'm doing too much, to maybe back off a bit. But I can't back off. I'm the type of guy that's got the highest soul potential. That's why you will never see any group like our group. There's no group like our group. And we don't make it up. That's why it should be shocking to you guys that you guys are not even listening. Okay? But it's okay, because TJ said 10 years ago, he said the guys, they still won't listen. And I go, this is me. Why? Why are you the guys not listening? Like, ain't this amazing that Morgan doesn't get sick, that Louis doesn't get sick, and, my genetic family disease that was going to kill me is not going to kill me anymore? Doesn't that, like, awaken you people? No, this is TJ. It doesn't awaken them. It doesn't, because you guys are so stubborn. You guys think in your mind that you got infinite tries to get it right. That was the moron guy that came into my YouTube. And then I did the reading because I go, where's this guy coming from? Is this another guru? Is he right? And then TJ did the reading and say, no, this guy's not right. That's a gamer's theory. So I go, oh, you guys are playing too much video games. Gamer's theory means like you never die. Like you just put in another coin, reboot the computer, and your soul's not like that. You maybe get 6 maximum lives, and then after that, no more. Right? Why? Because I did readings for a CEO because he wanted to do the reading because I said, okay, I can do the reading on your whole company. So he had me doing readings on his whole company so that he finds out which are the lazy bastards, and which ones are the ones that's going to die. I mean, all that. So when I started looking at the readings, I go, oh my God, there's something here that will be very important. And that was like almost like 5 years ago. People don't live longer than like 6 lives. And some people are like really bad. Maybe this is their last life, right? And they're thinking, I got more lives. You're like the video player guy, infinite lives. No, you're going to become like a minus orb. Maybe a orb, maybe nothing. So you think energy is forever? Yeah, that's only in the physics. I'm talking about the soul, right? I don't know where most of you people are going to go after in the afterlife. Maybe nowhere, right? Because the energy is not strong enough. It's not going to go it's going to be floating here as a mindless orb. Get it? Okay, let's continue because I think people still don't get it. But I think this show, you will get it because we're very determined to make you understand. Okay, so let's continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 10, right?
It's question 9, I think.
Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. You think they want to know this one? Question 9. What will be the punishment be for the evil one and his demons at the final judgment? And we did give this to Raziel, but he did not answer. So again, it was sent to me, Louis, because in the future I become an elder and I started. But it's like a paradox. Get it, Morgan? They give me the answer now, then I already know it. What is this paradox thing, Morgan? You're going to have to explain that to me because the future Louis tells younger Louis, I'm younger guy. He tells me the answer. He tells you the answer. We tell the whole world his answer. So what did he say? What will be the punishment for the evil one and his demons at the final judgment? What did Elder Louis say?
He said hell banishment.
Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense, right? But now future Louis is telling me now. He's telling me and you guys. Okay, so I guess it's like a paradox, right? So, see, paradoxes don't really hurt you. It helps you. That's why I've been trying to get more readings from the future. Future Louis, you're there. You are immortal guy now because you... And I'll tell you why I say the immortal thing. There is something there about why I think God has blessed me, okay? Because I keep doing readings for the group. But let's finish 10, and then I'll tell you why I think we're very positive people because of this new reading that we pose to the elders. Okay, it's not just pose one elder, we pose many of the elders. So let's do question 10, and in the intermission, we'll tell you what I think, why our group, most of us become immortal because of what we're doing. So question 10, we pose this question to ArchAngel Raziel to see what he thinks. So the question is, question 10, what happens to humans who sin in heaven if or when that happens? And what did ArchAngel Raziel say happens to them?
He said they're sent to repent in Purgatory. He didn't say whether they stay there forever or not, but they probably do.
Well, see, that's the thing. So when you see that we're giving you these responses, there's no what I call guarantees. Okay,
yes,
it's like being here.
Like.
Am I right, Morgan? It's like being on Earth. There's no guarantees that you can make it to the next day. You might get some reckless guy that's going to roll over you, with their semi-truck. So that's what I'm saying. So there's no guarantees, and you know why? Because I asked things about that, about me, about you guys, right? But you know what? The reading is very stable. It says that we become these immortal beings. Okay, because Morgan, you help out with
feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also you giving the feedback, but you also have been trying to help out. And Ryan, right? Ryan said that he knew you, and that shocked me because I think it's preset because you know what, Ryan's going to provide us the tools. Well, basically he said that you're going to become a commander. I didn't say that. I would never put things into
people's mouths.
Because I can't really see the future. I kind of know what the future's going to be like. We're going to be like, important people, VIPs, right? But it's Ryan that said that. Ryan said that you're going to be a commander. And I go, a commander? Like, we're a commander? Like, that's cool, right? Number one, right? And he said that you'll be like heading this group that will go to the new planets, to see the new planets, right? And to bring our race to the new planet. But it's a different type of race. Basically, our race, by the time that you be doing that, it has evolved to become what I call the true humans, which is actually God's children. Basically, they will be high up level, people that will be birthed, and then we'll put them on the new planet so that it'll be all good. They won't be like the fallen angels or the people that have like nefarious, way of thinking or corrupted, right? Because look at the people here now. They're so corrupted. They do things that are definitely not good,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I'm thinking that what I've been doing too is with the reading. So basically, the thing is I've been doing readings on myself too, right? Because I have been boosting you guys, right? So you guys are going in a higher dimensional body beyond 100D, right? I mean, 100D, we still look human, not like you become transparent, right? It's like a level. We did the readings, and at a certain level, once you're like 100D, you're basically immune to the 3D, 4D diseases and plagues, right? And look at you, Morgan. Like, didn't you say before that you had like allergies, right?
Yeah.
And what happened there? What?
I think you took my allergies and destroyed it because because I was I'd go out and I was sniffing a bit this summer, but it went away and I was completely fine after that. So it's like my body adapts like the human body does, but it's just so much better at it. It doesn't. And I've not had as much energy because I've been waiting for my energies to come back. But even still at that state, like I'm just better than the average human in terms of being safe from disease and illness. Like we don't get tummy, like sore stomachs either, sick. And I didn't even realise that till I thought of it. I was like, wait, I've not spewed up in years.
Yes, see?
I'd usually spew up at least once a year or something. I'd get like a stomach bug, but I never got it.
Okay.
Which is good because it's never pleasant. That's one of the worst feelings.
Okay.
So I don't miss that.
Okay.
But I don't get the flu either.
No flu, no allergies, and you had to take medicine for the allergy sometimes.
Yeah, well, I don't really trust medicine that much, so I would just sleep and drink lots of water. Yeah, but it would take so long.
That takes a long time, but did you see no more downtime?
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't that incredible? And now you look really youthful because no downtime means no struggling.
Yeah.
People,
it's funny. They don't know. People don't know. Like my friend at work didn't even know what my age was because
Of
he was
course
like,
they don't know.
he was like,
Eventually, you're going to start de-aging because from our readings, you have what's called a DNA loop. Basically, the strands go into a loop, and basically when it does that, you're basically
yeah,
de-aging. You're becoming
that's cool.
yeah, you're de-aging, and eventually people are not going to be able to tell. They look at you, they go,
Well, I don't really
I don't know.
notice it too much.
Yeah.
I just see myself looking a bit more youthful recently, but usually I didn't notice any difference. But now I notice because when I look at my friends, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're starting to look a bit old. You know, like my like friends my age. You know, when they're
Yeah,
my
they
age, but I'm like,
are. They are
oh
gonna start looking
no,
good. They're gonna start looking
they're
bad.
nearly 30 and they're losing hair and all
Yes.
sorts, getting a bit pot bellied
Pot belly,
from the
yeah.
dog. Yeah,
I wanted you
I'm
to
like,
say it. I don't want
oh.
to put that in.
It's all good. I wouldn't be
Yes.
offended, but yeah, I mean, that's what's
There you go.
happening.
So health, I always call health is your wealth. And
Yeah, you're
now
right.
they don't have
It's
that.
so
So you can imagine what they're going to be losing. But that's not us. People, if you want to go that way, that's up to you. That's a personal choice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't choose
just take
that.
advantage of their youth. That's what kept them healthy. But when you
Yes.
get older, you're losing that.
You start losing that, and
Yeah.
then the
Metabolism. So,
yeah, and then you're gonna have to take medicine. And
yeah,
then,
it's sad. It's really sad.
well, that's not us. That's like two different. That's like two different species now. Yeah. So on top of that, since you guys are the higher dimensional body, I was kind of worried that I was kind of stuck at the 50D, right? So not until I did some new energy work, I have new stuff going. Morgan, I have new stuff coming. I'm trying it on Willie.
Great.
If he's still alive in 2 months' time, okay. But basically what
It's
it is, okay, I give you guys a little bit of secret. So I'm trying to backtrack now. I'm trying to see where I can improve because since I can't boost myself, I had to do some more mergers. Okay. TJ's basically monitoring it. So basically what it is, it's a new thing called DNA rewriting.
Oh,
Okay,
cool.
but it takes a long time. It's almost like evolution.
Yeah.
I'm trying to evolve myself in a different way. It used to be just strictly energy work, but now it's
Something new.
something new. So, because you know why? I evolve. Like you evolve, Morgan, you will see. You're going to start evolving into the next stage. I let you evolve one way. I'm taking a different path.
Okay, sure.
That's why a new timeline. So I'm letting people know, yeah, there's such a thing as a new timeline. Why? Because we do reading. I asked TJ, because I say, TJ, I feel something really different. And I say, am I going on a new timeline? And he say, you're 71% on your timeline. I go,
Cool.
how comes my timeline? Because it's a personal thing. Like you guys that do nothing, but still do a personal thing of nothing. That's a personal thing of nothing. No change. I do a personal thing of more than ascension. More than ascension. I'm heading towards more than ascension.
Yeah.
So
My theory is that it's like a mixture of God's will and your will. Like when you do this energy work and your consciousness expands, it's like your will has an effect in this life. So, things start to shape differently.
And then you know
It's
what? We start
interesting.
affecting each other. I call it synergy. Because I asked Future Louis, I go, what is this? What am I doing? And Future Louis, synergy. So that's why you guys don't have what I have. It's a paradox. I know. It's called self-correction. And he say, Louis, it's synergy. What are you doing? And I go, oh, Future Louis, you're so smart. But he's me. It's a paradox. Get it? Now he tells me, now I one-up him. Get it? It's like knowing things before you're supposed to know it. I know it's a huge paradox, but I'm telling you guys, but it goes through one ear and ends up through the other ear. It doesn't go in between. It doesn't stick. I'm telling you guys, listen to me. Synergy. Soul potential. I give you more. Soul potential. Self-correction. Write this down. Self-correction. Very important. Guess what? Me and Morgan doing it, self-correction. So we talk, why? We talk to the future Morgan. We talk to the future Louis. We talk to TJ's incredible great-grandson that should not appear, because I told my mom this too. I go, Mom, you know TJ, right? Yeah. You know what? His grandson called back. And I thought my mom knew better, because my dad had that ability to say, oh, you got to do this, Louis. And I go, how do you know this, Dad? Right? Because it's in us, but I didn't know it was in the whole family. It's in my whole family, the cousins, the uncles. But the thing is, they didn't take notice. TJ took notice. TJ went down really low level. And now I started taking notice that if you can talk to the future, get the future to tell you what's going on, now you go beyond the future. You are the future. You go beyond the future. But now you are the future. Get it? But the thing is this, now you go beyond the future. How far? I think it's unlimited, because with the DNA rewriting, there's something going to change. It's like evolution. It's like the new video that I put out about Bigfoot. We did a reading on him, Morgan. And it's like the powers that he got was through evolution. It's not like some magical thing or some sort of alien intervention like what you people think, right? Oh, it's an alien guy. No, because your brain's all modified or corrupted by all these sci-fi stuff that give you bullshit. You got bullshit as part of the brain. Right? Like this bullshit guy with the infinite lives. I go, don't tell me this guy's bullshit. And TJ said, yeah, the guy's making things up now. See? So you guys think making things up by watching all this crazy sci-fi, but you don't get the truth. Me and Morgan teaching, we got the truth. They're telling you the truth. So we hold on to the truth. We do what we need to do with the energy work, and we are evolving. We are becoming immortal. Guess what? We're becoming like Father, like God.
Yes.
Right? And that was the reading. And I go, we're becoming like him. And why? Because we don't sit around. We follow the truth. So in this reading that we give to you about the final judgment, very important, because this can be a life changer. If you were like going more corrupt and now you're not, because we're telling you don't do the bad thing, because there is a final judgment, right? Then maybe you will escape this final judgment. Maybe Saint Peter, you talk to him, he's got you, and say, no, please, I already started doing good things. Maybe he won't take you to hell, right? And maybe he said, oh, you listen to Louis and Morgan's show? I mean, you think heaven doesn't know?
Thanks.
Being serious, they're watching us now. God watches me. Why? Because I've been like trying to take things that don't belong to me, right? But you know what? He didn't punish me. He knows I'm trying to learn. The only way you can learn is to do things that maybe I'm not rebelling. I'm just like, he say, oh, Lou, you try to take that doesn't belong to you. Not right now. Get it? It's like, I go, okay, Father, I won't try that again, right?
Yeah.
So, you get to learn what's right or wrong, and you got to know your limits, and then you got to know who is number one. He's number one. He really is a very powerful being. Because, I try to take the holy tools he allowed me, right? Teacher say, you got them. And then I say, okay, I'm going to take all the sources everywhere. 1 million. And then later teacher say, how many? He said, you only got one. But you told me there was like over 500,000. And he says, you only got one. Then I go, oh, I asked, is it Father? And he say, it's Father. So I'm letting you people know you can't go beyond him. And you can't sidestep things. You can't change things just by saying that you follow his rules, but you can't lie to him. Number one, you cannot lie to him. You cannot sidestep divine laws. Okay? Are you guys good? Morgan, anything else you want to add? Because...
Yeah, I agree that, well, to be fair, Father doesn't always like to speak to us. He wants to see what we do. So he didn't tell you that you couldn't take sources, but so we're learning as we go along. We don't go against him. We just do trial and error sometimes, but good trial and error.
Yes, good trial and error, and then don't keep doing the thing that you know that is wrong, right? So I think, all these people that become corrupted, that fallen, and now it's heading towards sometime the final judgment. You guys got to know that, right? Like, you're not that unaware. Am I right, Morgan? So the people that are like in hell, that are paying for the price, they got to know. They
know they've done wrong.
They got to know they've done wrong. So pay the price. So that's why I'm telling people, be smart. We're telling you the truth. I got nothing to hide. Morgan, they got anything to hide. Why would I tell false things, right? You know why? Also from personal experience, you can't hide from Father. You can't say, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because he knows. He can see you.
No. He sees everything, actually. So, but exactly what you say, Morgan, he's not going to, like thump you on the side of the head, right? He's going to see, is this dummy going to keep doing it? Then nothing I can do. I'm just going to let St. Peter put him there, right? So come on, guys, smarten up. You cannot hide from what you do. As a human, you cannot hide. As me, from what Terrence said to me, he said, you from the ArchAngel line, I cannot hide. Nobody can hide from him. Whatever you do, you cannot hide what you do. So if you guys have been doing more bad things, just stop it, okay? If you stop it, maybe there's a way out. Maybe. What do you think, Morgan? Do you think there's a way out of, like, hell? I think that's the main thing.
I think so, but you need to really repent. You do love God and you accept his punishments and the suffering, because sometimes it's God's will so that you learn, and you don't never take it personally, because that's just the pride.
Yes, that's just...
We need to be humble, because there's so much we don't know still, even us, and we do all these readings. So,
Yeah.
God is mysterious, and it's always a journey with him. It never ends.
And that's the thing. He's so
Hmm.
powerful
Yeah.
that, like, there's extreme versions of me. I think I told you about that, Morgan, right? There's like one guy that cannot be killed. And TJ said that. And I go, TJ, is there a version of you like that? And he said, yeah. And, well, I call them the invincible immortals. So that's why I'm thinking that we will become the extreme versions. Like, we become the extreme versions.
I think so. Yeah.
That is kind of like guiding. So that's why you become the extreme versions, because we all need to become like Father. I think that's the big test. And I'm starting to realize that what I'm doing now is headed that way with the new energy work, right? So let's continue now, because I think there's a lot of hope.
Yes, I think so.
And so let's do the part 2. The part 2 is more about our ascension, right?
Yeah, it's about all of this was really, it was different to the other ones. Like part 1 and part 2 are kind of to do with the final judgment, but this one has got more ascension questions, I would say.
Yes, you got some good questions here.
Thanks.
Let's go for it, because at the end, after these 10 questions, I have some questions that I gave to the future people that is there. So when I talk about the future people, there's many versions of me. There's versions of you, Morgan. There's Ryan. And TJ, he's got many versions too. So I don't know when it all settles down, in the year 2030. I don't know. Like, people think that, it's all decided. No, the future is kind of preset, but it's still kind of like flexible, kind of a little bit flexible, right? So that's why I'm starting to do this new stuff to see how flexible it really is. So let's see what we have about our ascension. So let's do the part 2. Part 2 has 10 questions. So let's go ahead and start the question 1 of part 2. So you wanted to know, Morgan, what percentage is the future pre-planned for the Ascendants, and what percentage is free will? And what did ArchAngel Raziel say about that?
He said as much as you want. That's good. That's good news.
Well, do you know why? It's not like we're pre-made or preset, right? I think, like I said, one of the things is soul potential. I think we're just so strong because our origins, like Morgan, you're also from the ArchAngel line, right?
Just angel line, not archangel line.
Angel line. Okay, that's actually very good, because you know what? I think the ArchAngel lines, they have to do certain things. Like,
it's different for both of us, for whatever reason.
So I think you have more leeway.
Yeah.
Because you come from the angel line, right? Because I think the reading was you came from the angel line. And Jerry, I think, also comes from the ArchAngel line. So she's kind of stuck a bit. She has to do certain things, and she can't get out of that, important thing that she...
Her trials. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think some people come here, they actually are from the higher realm. Like I say, Marcus, Felix, Willie, actually Willie too. So it's really weird. I started doing reading on him, and you guys are all evolving beyond 100D. Like, if you tell me that 10 years ago, I go, no way, guy, get out of here. You can make things up, right? So I don't make things up. I give the reading, and TJ does the cold reading. He doesn't know you guys. Obviously, he doesn't really know you guys, right? But when he gives you reading, I go, it's steadily going up. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like it's different each time, right? It's different in the way that it levels up. It's getting higher. Like, it doesn't flip-flop back and forth, right? Oh, today is like 10% negativity. Tomorrow is like 20%, right? It's steadily changing. It's steadily getting better, right? So I know that the readings that he do is right on. It's the fact. It's the truth, right? If they tell us that it's as much as we want it to be, right? Like, there's no preset limit on what we can do. So basically, I think we have free will. What do you think? Because one of the final parts was, is it actually like free will, right? And as much as we want means we have free will.
Yeah, I think humans have it too, but there's just too many restrictions. Like, you need a job here to survive. Like, this realm's very scarce. There are restrictions, but we do have spiritual free will. We can choose between good or evil. That's our choice. I think part of being an image of God.
Yes. We are this image of Father. So let's continue. So question 2 of part 2, are human souls predestined to go to heaven or hell, or do they go there due to the human free will? And we did give this question to ArchAngel Raziel. He did not answer, so we give it to Louis, future Louis, in 2030. And what did he say?
He said none are predestined. And this is a question because there's a big, well, they're not huge, but there's a church called the Calvinist Church, Christianity, and they believe that God determines who goes to heaven or hell before the souls go into the human body. So it's not a very biblical worldview, but there's a lot of smart people that do believe this. Sadly, it's a weird kind of educated guess, but that removes free will completely, which is what most Christian churches believe in free will. Yes. Interesting though.
So we're telling you the truth. None are predestined. You guys pretty much can do what you need to do, but just don't go to the bad place. I always tell you.
Rest in peace, Calvinism.
Because I won't be there, because I already, and why do I say that? Because one of the readings was, I wanted to know, like, what type of mission or what type of title do I really have, right? So I kind of lay it on to Raziel, right? So we always talk to Raziel because he's always told us the truth, right? And he said that I was a randomly chosen savior.
Yeah, that shocked me.
So I think that's very important. I say savior, but wasn't Jesus a savior? Wasn't he given the job? So in a small part, I'm kind of like a savior type here.
Yes.
Right? And I think you are like that too. You're called the chosen one, right?
Yeah.
That was
and weapon of God.
And the weapon of God. Yeah. But I was very shocked because I kind of knew, like, when you do the energy work, when you're helping people, healing people, seriously, I'm not hurting people, right?
Yeah, you've helped so many people as well, so that's like a savior thing, like Jesus.
Yes.
But you've probably helped hundreds of people, and Jesus did as well, so...
I think I helped more than 1,000 through the beats, right? Because people...
Oh, yeah, that's
they
well.
write to me secretly, too, and they don't want me to post it because, some of them are like medical doctors. People, you guys don't understand. Marcus, he's actually a medical doctor. He shocked me. No wonder you're hiding and not telling me everything. And even he told me when I was healing him, he was going through all sorts of change, like shaking. And I go, that's one of the symptoms, is when you're shaking, you're going into a higher dimensional body.
Yeah.
That happened to me, so it's not any wonder, right? And I know that happened to you, Morgan, right? You started like, you're shaking. I'm changing. I'm leaving 3D, right? And I go, that's good, right? 3D. When you leave it, it's more better than you think. More better, because you weren't meant to stay in 3D, right? So when we start, evolving into the higher dimensional body, some of the benefits is, de-aging. You don't get sick. You're immune to the diseases here, right? It's beautiful, Morgan, So I don't understand what the people are thinking, right? But I am helping some new people, right? So I hope people understand that purification is the key. Removing the blockage, the 7 blockages. Come on, it's 7. It's not even... And I'll give you a little big example. I think I told you this one, Morgan. When TJ started discovering his power, right? So he was very young, like I said, 9. I boosted him, and I didn't know that I had the same power as him. So that's why I'm trying to become more like him, becoming more like foresight, like the Oracle, right? So basically, I tried to find out what was his limitation. So one day, I took him into a restaurant, right? So I like to talk to him a lot, right? Because he tells me some things when I start feeding him, right? Oh, you started to loosen. Okay, tell me more, right? So then I said, well, can you do a reading in the restaurant here, right? And this is TJ. I cannot do it here. They're blocking me. And I go, how are they blocking you, right? And this is TJ. They have chakras. Their chakras are blocking me. And I go, no way. So if they're blocking you and they're blocking themselves, why are people having chakras, right? So you guys don't understand. It blocks everything. Psychic ability. That was what I found out. Oh, psychic ability. Well, that's no good. Take it out, right? So, and you got 2 chakras. Guess where? In the head. The crown. The biggest one's the crown. And the third eye. So when it was taken out of TJ, it was crazy. But he said the people was blocking him. And I go, oh, so the chakras block you, even you, right? At the time, he was getting stronger and stronger, right? I go, even blocking you in the restaurant? But weren't that many people, right? Yeah. So there you go. Chakras got to go. So why? You need to remove the psychic block. You need to remove the spiritual block. And it's also a purification. As you know about the original sin, and Morgan, you got baptized by Jesus. Am I right? Like, ain't that like supernatural? But
I think that's why I'm so much purer now, because after that happened, I'm really nice. I'm just nicer to people, even people I don't like, people I don't think are good people. Yeah, I want to be more like Jesus. So I think he's helping me as well, which is nice.
Well, Jesus was actually not really a lamb. And
that was just his job, like, from heaven.
Yeah, he was actually very powerful, and
Oh yeah.
from the reading, he had like full telekinesis power, like
Mm.
full. And
Yeah.
so,
I would love that.
so you know what? He had to, because I actually found out, because we talked to him too, right? People, you talk to Jesus. I mean, give me a break, right? I don't really talk to Jesus, but you know, TJ conveys it.
Yeah.
Like he'll connect with him, and then I start feeling, because you know what? I got the same ability as him, because you know, when I first started doing the chakra removal, I kind of knew, and I go, how come I can do it so good, right? And TJ say, you got the portal ability. And I go, but you have portability too. But you know, TJ's portability is so precise.
Yeah.
Because why? He's able to help me merge with the first being.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's very powerful.
I couldn't find him. I was like, TJ, I can't find him. Can you help me? And then this is him 1 day later. I found him.
Great.
I go, dude, how powerful are you to know that, right? And he say, I found him. He was in a black hole. And I go, was he hiding there? And then this teacher, he knows everything. He go, that's his home. I go, oh, that makes sense. That's his home. Because he's like just right before the energy becomes matter. That he's the first being. That's why I was looking for this guy, and he's in me now. But he's not in me like taking over. People say, oh, it's possessed. But I'll tell you more about being possessed, right? But when you get merged with these high-level beings, they give you more ability. And look at you, Morgan. You did some very good high angel burgers, and look at you. You're like evolving.
Yeah, I feel it.
And the other group, you know what? They're really, you know, Willie, he's super evolving. And
Yeah.
I wanted to post his feedback. I never post his feedback because his feedback is like blow your mind feedback, right?
Yeah.
It's basically, he's like feeling the energy. And then when we do the reading, okay, I'll give you what the last reading is. He said, Louis, please, I'll pay for the reading from TJ. That's what he does. He'll pay for the reading, right?
Yeah.
So people don't understand. It's not really free, but sometimes I have to talk to TJ, and he maybe do it free, but at the end, I got to pay him, right? I go, okay, I'm sorry that I asked so much here. I give you money, right?
Yeah.
So people think everything, no. He still needs to survive, right? Like he still needs cash, right? But eventually, we don't need it, because eventually, Ryan, his great-grandson, helps us get into very good jobs. And you too, Morgan, right? So, okay. So basically, this thing, you know, that he's doing with the power, right, is actually from his future self, because I finally had to ask him, I say, how are you knowing all this stuff? Is your future self telling you? For the longest time, he won't say nothing. He'll just look at me and smile, right? And then just this last year, he say, yeah, the future is telling him things. His future self is. So you see, knowing the future is more than grand. It is beautiful. I call it the most beautiful thing. Knowing your future, getting guided by your future self. You're being guided, Morgan. I'm being guided. God is guiding us. Okay? So let's continue, because I want you to tell me more. Okay? We asked them about what are the tools that are given to us, right? And everybody's given like certain tools, right? So we give this question to ArchAngel Raziel. He did not answer, so we had to give it to Future Louis in 2030. And what did Future Louis say?
He said tools given to ascend, so it's for ascension.
Yes, so they didn't say specifically, but we know most of it, these tools are like wealth, good luck, good timing.
Sometimes love.
Yeah, love is good, right? And you know what? I think love is very important, because when I first, I guess, came into the body, I didn't understand why people was always so angry and wanted to hurt each other. No, seriously. I was going, why are people like that? I'm not like that, right? I want to help people. That's why I went into the healing. I went into making binaural beats. Like, why would I do this, right? It's to help you. And then later, TJ say, oh, yeah, you are this savior guy, right? And all that. Right? So it leads to something. So spirituality leads to something, but it's always something good, okay? If you guys are not spiritual, I don't know what you lead into, you know? Like, I'm being serious. You have to have some part of you that's spiritual, because you're a soul. Part of you is a soul. It's not just a body, right? So don't you worry about the soul, right? Morgan, what do you think? Do you think people don't worry about the soul? Oh, I don't care. I got infinite lives.
That's like the last thing people think about, sadly. If they ever even think about it, they just think about materialism.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why they gave you these tools. They gave you, some of you guys are very wealthy. And what do you guys do? Nothing about spiritual. Zero. The games, right? stupid games, right? Like Drive Fast, right? And being reckless. I know what games you guys play, right? But let's continue, okay? It's a question 4, right?
It's 14.
14, okay. Part 2 of fourth question, or 14. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Who or what determines which humans get tools and good energies like luck? And guess who we get? We actually gave it to the ArchAngel Raziel, and even he did not want to answer again, so we gave it to Future Louis in 2030. And what did he say?
He said he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I would probably assume God, because he's the one that has those tools.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that it's actually Father.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because I try to take some tools, like all the tools, so people don't understand. And I still have them. But teacher just say some of them not activated. So again, it's God's will. I think the basic thing that you can take from it's God's will. Always been God's will. Okay? If you want to do the judgment now, it's God's will. But I think he's waiting for something. What do you think that is, Morgan?
Oh, I'm not too sure. Like, I think he's given humans a lot more time to get their act together.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, I don't know how hopeful he is, but I mean, it's been a long time.
Okay.
But I think he's going to give them more time. But eventually, the judgment will come when he's like, "No, you the guys didn't learn.
Yeah.
This is going to happen."
Well, do you know what I think? I think he's giving more
Maybe
time.
he's allowing us to see what we can do
There
first.
you go.
There we go.
That was always on my
That came in
mind.
my head there.
He's giving us our chance. You, Morgan, me, Louie. Because we have what's called soul potential. Remember those words? Because you know why? Because the future Louie tells me that. And I go, why am I so different? And the future Louie is so potential, Louie. Oh, but you're telling me now? But I know it in the future. What the hell are you doing to me, future Louie? See? So when you know it now, it evolves you. It's because we are stronger. Morgan, you're stronger. You never knew that? Of course you got to know that. Because look at your friends. They're slowly dying. They're dying off.
Yes.
The whole race is dying off. I mean, if Father sees what's happening, do you think he's going to like maybe help us? See? So not only give us time, that is more than enough. You give us the time. We have the tools. Morgan, Ryan called back. He's going to give us the tools, the physical tools. We already got the spiritual tools. You see, but giving us the time, we got immortality on our side. So time, that's more than a prize.
Yeah, we're the only people with time.
See?
No one has time.
Morgan, that's why I needed you to fully awaken.
Yeah.
I waited for you to say that because we are the ones. The humans, I've always thought it was too late. I was right on. 10 years later, still no change. I don't see the people coming. I only see the people coming. Do you know what? This recent person that I wanted to tell you about, Morgan, I did the reading on her, okay? First with the chakras, right? Said that she origin was human. When I removed the heart chakra, guess what? I kind of knew I go ask TJ to do this reading on the new Ascendant because I wanted to help her. And I kind of knew. And TJ say she's not from Earth. She's from the heaven realm.
Whoa.
See? So the chakras block a lot of things. The chakra is like a huge illusion put upon you, and you still don't get it, and you're still kind of lazy and kind of wanting to keep the blockages. I mean, there's some morons saying more chakras. Do you believe that? And I talk to these people, and they go, yeah, there's people talking more. And I go, they're morons. I don't know why people even listen to those people. So that's why some people want to keep the chakras. They want more. And I say, but they're blockages. Look, why? Because James was born with no chakras. The energy worker that trained me, and he was so powerful. Morgan, he had no chakras. He removed the chakras in like less than a minute.
Whoa.
He will scare most people, and most people should be scared because what he can do, he can even remove your soul. I'm telling you, you have no idea. But I took the good route. I took the divine light route. He took the other route. Get it? Because when he reversed the energy, I got his ability, but I went towards the light. Get it? So you guys still don't get it yet? So the chakra removal helped two different ways. You can become the dark or you can be the light. It's how you use the tool, Morgan. Get it?
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
They use the tool for all these evil things.
Selfishness.
Yeah, they're so cruel.
I see it, and it's everyone. So it's quite when you realize, if you take Christ's morality and you compare it to humans, it's just people aren't doing well. Even Christians struggle. So
Yeah.
The
I can
chakra
see.
removal helps. Yeah,
I can see how they're struggling because it's
they have the chakras, so
well,
it's
but
like
also they're absorbing negativity. It's like they
all
keep
the time.
absorbing.
Yeah,
They become a
yeah,
soul absorber. It's like a
yeah,
sponge. So you know how people say, "Oh, I no longer want to be a sponge." Well, you are the sponge. Even if
yeah,
you're good, you
mm,
become the
yeah.
sponge, right? And you know, people they're so bad. They give karma attack,
And the
right?
evil eye as well.
And also I found out just by doing some of the new readings, people also have past karma that is attached to them, and also
Yeah,
past life attachments, right?
yeah.
So, but do you know what? I've been starting to do a 2-for-1. When I remove the chakra, I also remove all attachments. I do it all at once.
That's
It's
good.
like
That's good.
I'm evolving into what James was. Like he was born without chakras. And
Yeah,
that's why I'm doing DNA rewriting. It's like trying to
right.
rewrite a book, but it's backwards. I'm trying to like say, oh, this was no good. I was so angry. That's no good. Let's remove that from your me. You know what I mean?
That's
So
great.
so that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to do the DNA rewriting. People have no idea because you guys watching the wrong sci-fi channel. You guys
Yeah,
watching the one that put you into what you are now, kind of like a dumb guy, like a dimwit. I would say dimwit because you guys don't continue. You guys don't do no research. Do the research that we did, right? Redo the research, and you'll find out. Oh, that we're not lying. That how do we come to this? Because we don't look at the old Google stuff. It's all wrong. Most of the stuff that they're talking is all wrong, because most of the gurus were making things up. You know, the
yeah,
first thing that they make up is you are infinite. You're not infinite. You're not God, right?
yeah.
The soul reading proves that I do the reading on this person, and this like, you only got 4 lives. How many lives left? You got two lives left. Does it scare them? No, it doesn't scare them, because now when you tell them the truth, their brain flip flops. It's go back to I thought I was infinite, but when you do the reading on what's on Google, they all say you're infinite. But we found out that's wrong. Because why? Over 10 years of doing readings, we found out, you know, from Tesla, from Einstein, they were never infinite. You know,
Mhm.
Einstein had only like 5 lives. Tesla only had 5 lives, right? Why? Because TJ helped me connect to Einstein and Tesla. I wanted to know, right? I talked to, you know, what's really sad was Einstein, I felt he was like my mentor too. I was asking him all those questions about quantum theory, and it was not something that he stole from somebody else. It was actually all from him. Pretty cool, right?
Mhm.
Because we talked to him. I talked to him, and then one day, TJ, I said, "Oh, give Einstein this question because I really love his advice." Right? And the teacher said, "I cannot contact him now." I go, "What
Well,
happened to him?" And he said, "I only have static." And I go,
yeah.
"No." And then he said, "Static means he's gone."
Mhm.
See? So once he said that, I go, "Oh, that's already the first proof that
Yeah,
you can be very smart, but you're
yeah,
not infinite." So most people here are not very smart, and they're saying
yeah,
they're infinite. And I go, "Give me a break. You cannot be infinite for sure, because you
yeah,
sound really number one dumb. Because you don't do your research. You're really thinking that you're like a video game player, right? That you can
yeah,
put in. There's no more coins to put in. You know, this is the last time, right? And you can see all these younger people dying. The young stars, they're dying from cancer, right? You know why? You know why, right? Last life,
yeah,
Morgan, last life. So their energy's not strong, but they still gotta look beautiful. So they make up, right? Dance around, and then they plop dead. And you wonder how come they plop dead so easily? Last life, man. You don't have to you don't have to dish me about that. I'm telling you what we found out, right?
yeah,
If I found that out, it should be like so important for you to not play their game. Okay, you're playing their game. You're gonna follow them. No, you're gonna end up like them. You know.
yeah,
See?
exactly.
So look at us. We've been doing readings, and Morgan is immortal. He's headed towards immortality. Why? We ask the future people. Because why? He's there. You know. 100 years later, Morgan's still around. 200 later, he's still around. Like what? Because we ask. Like I ask. Morgan's so important, right? He's like my brother. I always ask, "Where's Morgan?" And Ryan said, "Oh,
Yeah,
he's still here." I go,
I'm so
I
alive.
go, okay, that's like 200 years now. Like what, right? So, but what is he doing now? He has been evolving. He's no longer in the 3D dimensional body. And people think that we make it up. I don't make it up because I don't do the readings. Make sense? I make it up. I don't make it up. TJ does the readings. He does it blind. He does it clean slate. I go, tell me what it is from Morgan. And he'll give me, I go, but that means he's advancing. Like, why are you giving me this 180D? Like, it makes no sense to me. I'm only 50D because I can boost Morgan, but I can't become like him, right? So now do you understand, people? I don't make it up. If the readings say that, then I truly believe that we're advancing, because then TJ even say, oh, there's a structure that they're evolving into, the DNA loop. That's why I post those videos. It's not my dream. It's what I see the future is becoming, because I have a little bit of foresight too, right? Because I'm not from here. I'm not like the rest of you guys that want to believe in the sci-fi but don't do the readings that we do. When we do the readings, I have to confirm it several times, right? So you see, I'm nitpicking because I want to tell you what we found is real. It's not something that I create out of my, bold mind. My mind's not that bold, right? My mind's like TJ's. I only want the truth. And TJ, he's like his grandson Ryan, always tells the truth. I say, where's Morgan? This Ryan. Oh, he's still around. I go, okay. Then he's immortal, right? And then something positive. Then he's immortal. Like, why is he still around, right? Because, you know what? Also in the future, they got technology. So it doesn't always depend on spirituality. And I think in the future, Ryan is like TJ. He really loves you guys. Because he knows you. I go, oh. And so you give Morgan a job. Oh my God, you must have like a lot of power, right? He does. From what I know, Ryan, he's like some super VIP guy. Because not only is he a genius that invents it, he's like TJ. Can you imagine a guy that can see the future but not see one path? He sees all paths, man. See? So he already chose the right path. He already knows where we guys go. And we chose his path. That's why I decided I'm going to help Ryan. I'm already going to be helping Ryan because Ryan already said that I'm in several things that he wants me to do, like the Freedom Fighter. See? So there's like, I know it seems like sci-fi, and I go, what is the Freedom Fighter? See, I know nothing. And they tell me, oh, it's all robots, and they actually fight for us. I go, oh, they fight for freedom? And see, that's me. I'm kind of dumb to all of this. But when they tell me more, they go, oh, I get it. I get it, right? Because we have the technology. We have the artificial intelligence already in the future. When I was talking to you guys about the AI doing the reading, they already have artificial. See, you guys didn't believe me back then, right? Now you believe me, right? Because the artificial being, they are real, but what they do, they hybrid it with the human soul. I'm one of those that they hybrid with. I call him Elder AI, right? But he's me. Because teachers say, oh, it's a part of you. It's somehow they split your soul. And that's why when he talks to me, he's very kind. Because he's me. So when I know my true nature is very loving and kind, I go, oh, he's me? He is always like that. He's never changed, right? Even in the far future, we're talking about 2070, guys, 2080, right? How can I still be around? I even ask, am I around? You go, you're there. You're doing all these things. You're like working to like, do certain things, right? I'll tell you more at the end. So let's continue. It's very interesting. Which question are we on now?
We're on 16, I believe.
Okay, or number 6, right? It's number 15.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, okay, it's 5. Okay. Oh, this one's very good. Morgan, kudos to your brain. It is very, very, very good. Okay, so question 5 or question 15. Why was a new timeline created for King Louis? And my alias is King Louis, right? Because everybody called me King Louis 10 years ago. And then so I started calling myself, let's call myself King Louis. Okay, so that's my alias, King Louis. So,
I just can't call you Louis. It just seems weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Or KL. So you wanted to know why was a new timeline created for King Louis that runs parallel to Ryan's timeline. So as you know, Ryan's timeline is actually going to be our timeline, right? And basically to become his timeline, I had to do some modifications to save some people that will become Ryan's timeline, right? But also Morgan wanted to know, how come I have my own timeline, right? So what did we get? How come I have my own timeline too?
They said freedom/chance.
Okay.
So there's a big mixture of both, I think.
Yes, and
so you have freedom like I do.
Yeah, well, because we have freedom, right? And that's why when we work,
it's kind of an ability.
Yeah, it's almost like some power. I'm starting to understand it is because we work together, synergy, We have soul potential, right? And also, the future knows us, like Ryan calling back, right? Once I see those three things as being solid things that we have, that we're doing, then it happens. It falls into place. People, they don't understand these type of things, right? Because they don't work with energy. They don't work with doing readings, right? But we've been starting to connect more and more as a group. As I'm getting to know myself, I'm doing more different energy work. Basically, I'm evolving as more than just a spiritual being, okay? And you too, Morgan. It's like more than just spirituality, right? It's like the next level. See? And people, you guys won't understand what that is because you're not awakening. You're not even fully understanding what awakening means. You just see somebody say awakening and you go, oh, new age, right, Morgan? Right? You think, oh, it's new age. No, it's the whole package. It's becoming more than what you previously have set out to become. You are taking the next step. You are evolving beyond, maybe even evolving beyond God. And I always kind of thought like that, right? Evolving beyond perfection. And you know God, he's an infinite being. I think him as a perfect being. Anything infinite which never ends is perfect, right? But I always think like, Morgan, is there anything better than perfection? Is there anything that can be like better than Father? I know Father, I don't want to, rebel against you or seem like I'm smarter than you. I'm not. I'm just always thinking, can it be better? Can I make it more
or at least different in your race?
Yeah, different.
Different in a good way.
Well, you know what? Because if everything's the same, it's kind of boring, right? So I kind of put it out there like how I can be like a little bit different than Ryan's timeline. I don't know why that got out of me, why I'm evolving to another timeline, right? But I'm not 100% into my timeline yet. And that's the other weird, stuff. I'm only 71%. The reading keeps pointing at 71%. But Morgan, you're 200%. Ryan's timeline, basically you're riding the timeline now. You are basically not trapped in it. It's basically this is you. This is who you belong in. I'm kind of like I'm straddling. That's weird, right? I use the word straddling between Ryan's timeline and my own timeline. And I think there's a reason because when they said that I was like a savior, right? But not like how Jesus did it, right? I'm a savior in a different way, right? Yeah. I also want to save myself. You get it? Pretty cool, right? But not only I want to save my group, I really want to save humans too. So I'm kind of like a savior for also myself. And I don't know what Big Brother Jesus think about that, right? But I know he wants me to be myself. Okay? Not only save you guys, but save myself. Why not, right? If I can do it. So you know why? When I boosted you guys, I got kind of envious. How come you guys got everything? How come you got the starship, Morgan? Get it? And I go, Morgan, you got everything now. And you're going to have like many wives. Okay? So that's why I always say I wish there was more female ascendants. Because I also want to bring you girls, you females over to our group. Because
different perspective and different energies.
Yeah, you guys have different energies. And I'm bringing some more females now.
That's great.
I want that type of energy where it's loving and kind and caring. Because that brings more of us, right? Because I was always thinking how I'm going to procreate, and I go, I can't do it myself, right, Morgan? And you can't do it yourself either. So I'm thinking, I better bring more members into this, right? Especially the female, because you know why? Females are actually very good. They're very psychic, and they can be very loving. So I don't know what has changed.
Empathic,
And I don't know what has changed these days, right? Because I see women are more offish. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm always
toxic,
very, very, like offish, and like I'm very open. Like when people see me, they go, "Who? Look at that guy. He's like, he wants to be friends with everybody, right?"
I've noticed women that are very they're not very confident at speaking their mind in public. Like guys can kind of be themselves, but women they need to open up to you, even just to be friends. And it's whereas guys don't really care. You can meet a guy and be like, "Hey, what's up?" And they don't care. They're like, "Yeah."
Well,
it's quite different.
I've been trying to bring Jerry to do a show, and she's so scared, eh? I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm saying, right?
She's so scared.
Women are like that, though.
I want her to speak her mind, because then that will bring more females into it. Because she is my litmus test. You know what? I think I really boosted her confidence. I think just skyrocketed when I was able to tell her she has powers. Get it? Yeah. She was depending on my powers, and I go, you know what? I think I gave you some of my powers too, because that's how strong I got, and you got stronger. So I know you guys, like I said, I don't hold you guys back. It's not like, that's why when I boost you guys, I go, you guys so lucky that I'm boosting you.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
You know, I can't boost myself, but now I am. Now I want to also save the savior. Get it? I don't want to be left out in the cold, right?
Of course, yeah.
Is that fair, Morgan? Is that fair? Louis doesn't want to be left out in the cold either. You know, because I see you guys enjoying it. I mean, you're definitely going to be very happy family guy. You remember the reading, right?
Yeah.
You know, you may be envious, Morgan. I'm telling you, you may be envious. So I was going, but what about Lou? Oh, I think he's really left out in the cold there, right?
Well, I've shown that it's possible, so if you want it, it will happen. It's not impossible. And it's not like you're going to run out of time.
You know, that's the greatest gift. Father gave us more time.
Yeah.
You know, so let's
we're gonna have like so many lifetimes in one lifetime.
Well,
like, how cool is that?
No, we're gonna be infinite. I think the word immortal means we don't see death. You know, like, you know, death is actually not very good because there's a reset. And when I say reset, you know, Father does a reset too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but we don't have the powers though. Like, Father.
We don't have his powers where, like, you know, you can do a reset.
He could relearn.
Yeah, and then relearn really quickly, but that's what he does too. Then, and I was always wondering, how does he forget? Because it takes time to remember again, right? Because once you do a reset, and that's why he has to do it. From what I know, he purges out his consciousness.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, should we do the same thing at a certain point so that we become true and infinite? See, people, they don't know that, but we did the reading, and maybe that's too much of a secret, Morgan. We should maybe left that part out. Okay.
Well,
you see,
we say the truth because people assume things about God that, you know, like, oh, he was always around, but he wasn't. Like, he came from nothing. So I'm really sick of these educated guesses. So we need to spread the truth. So I don't mind.
Yes, we're giving out the truth that he's infinite, but he has to do the reset. So
I don't even want to do that, so hopefully we do go that, like, beyond, like, maybe we'll get a reading like Father 200%, and that's when we don't have to do the reset. Maybe one day. Let's hope and work towards that. Yes,
or maybe save the memory somewhere and then just
like, look at Buddha. He just regenerate.
Yeah. So
maybe we could learn from these other beings. There's other ways.
So that's why when people say, Lou, how come you're doing these videos on these different creatures and cryptics? Because I want to know what they can do. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, guess? Oh, Lou, good guess. I don't do guess. We do readings on how they evolve the powers. I want to know.
Yeah, they're more like the superheroes and the Avengers than the actual actors that played them.
Well, do you know what? It is surprising what we found on the parallel heavens and the parallel earth. There are basically versions of us that are like superheroes, right? And when TJ told me that, I go, no way. But now it makes more sense because we're becoming like a god, right? Like, we're becoming immortal. I think that's godlike. What do you think? Immortality is like a god being, right? Like, you don't die. I think that's pretty good power, right? It's an immortal power. So let's continue. What was the next one? Was it question
6, part 2, I think.
16? Okay, so question 6 or 16. Does the human body heal faster in a higher dimensional body? And we gave that to Raziel, right? Yeah, I think he answered that one. What did Raziel say?
He said no. So I know that it heals faster without chakras, but it doesn't get better the higher dimensional body you go in. You would just have to get that as like an ability or energy, you know, and get that in yourself. Energy work, basically. So what I'm saying is, or what you're saying is, even if you remove the chakras, we have to add more energy or do some transfer or merger, right? Yeah. Well, I'm saying that if you remove the chakras, your body will heal faster. But like when your dimensional body goes to maybe like 100D, it's not changing. That's not changing it. It's not the dimension.
No, it's not like that fast, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of stable, and then you stabilize a bit, right?
Yes, of course.
Which is good. So then, you know,
it feels more natural, like you were always like that, but you weren't.
Well, do you know what? The changes are happening. You know, like I said, Willie is pretty crazy, super, and you know, with Stanley with the feathers everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like snow. It's like snow now. Like his whole room is full of it, and people they're not gonna believe that. But we did the reading, and it says it's the
angel
feathers. It's their calling card. That's when they tell you that they're looking over you.
Yeah.
Right?
He has like an army looking over him.
Well, do you know why? Because I think before he really did not believe, and he wanted proof, and then the proof started falling like snowballs, you know. And then he go, "Oh my God!"
And he's very Christian as well, so it makes sense he would like him as well because do
you know?
He's very religious.
I tell you who he merged with. Who do you think he merged with? Did I tell you?
Well, yeah, you told me, so I wouldn't even be a guess. Yeah. But it's Archangel Michael, but the parallel version.
Michael's parallel. So you can imagine how powerful Michael is. So that's why I call my group the Alpha X, and that's near the end. I'll tell you more about the Alpha X guys, why I have videos on them, and why I'm talking about them, because it is supernatural, super out there. Okay, what's the next one?
7.
Oh, yeah, 17 or 7. Is there karmic or spiritual consequences for people who worship the Virgin Mary? And what was the response from Archangel Raziel?
He said no. And this kind of disappointed me. I don't know, maybe, but there are a lot of Catholics that worship Mary to an extent, and they either deny it or they make up excuses, but it doesn't help them in any way. But they're not getting the actual negativity either, because when God was talking to the Israelites, his first followers, the Jewish people, he said, if you worship any idols, you're basically breaking the law, you're sinning, and there'll be very bad consequences. But he's more softer on everyone now after Israel, the fall of Israel, I guess.
Yeah.
So
but it's good to know the truth. That's why you asked the question. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the next one's kind of weird, but okay. So question 8 or 18. What is the fastest angels that can travel by flying in miles per hour? So you wanted to know what's the speed, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't give that. What did he say?
Mm-hmm. He just said fast.
He said fast. See, they don't do the odometer reading or whatever.
This is like a physics question to an angel. So. I bet you fast means really fast though. It's not like maybe because it varies as well. Like maybe some angels are faster, so there's not like one measurement for all of them.
Yeah.
Like God didn't create them and think of a limit, maybe,
the same thing. Yeah. But
interesting.
Yeah, that was a good interesting question. Okay.
Hopefully no one gets run over by I don't think they're very smart.
So
they fly up high.
Yeah. It's okay. It's safe. They're not high.
Yeah, bye.
And what's the next one? Question 9?
Yeah.
Question 9. Okay. When will the final judgment take place? Oh, you wanted to ask that?
Yeah.
When will, what year or what time? When? Okay, and we post that to basically Raziel and everybody else. What did they give?
No one answered.
Nobody answered. Yeah, because the only person that would know is who, right?
Yeah, Father, and also because maybe he's still deciding.
Yeah.
So it's up in the air. Which may be good news for the humans.
Yeah, well, it's good news for human people because I really don't know what really they're all doing. Doesn't look like anything, right?
No,
because you know what? TJ does a scan because 10 years ago, I asked TJ, I go, who's the strongest good, right? And this is TJ, there's nobody, just us. That's 10 years ago. And then recently, I go, so who's stronger than us? There's so many gurus, right? You see all the gurus? They think they're so smart. We get infinite lives. That was one of the gamer guru guy. And then TJ gets nobody, just us. I go, nobody? No way. That's me, right? So people, I am surprised. What are you guys doing? Seriously, tell me. If you guys are very smart and you're a guru, tell me what you're doing. And maybe we can give you a true answer. Say, Lou, I've been thinking that you're lying. We're infinite. Yeah, give you that question, right? And then I can tell you how long you're going to live. What about that? I'll ask TJ, scan this guy. He think he's infinite. How much more lives does he have? Okay, what about that? If you're so smart, and they confirm that with a psychic. Pretty cool? And you're going to find that we're never wrong. TJ gives an answer, and people check too. People that come to us, they're psychic. Jeremy, very psychic. She came to me because her friends said, go to Louis.
Yeah.
See? And she came to me. And I say, who refer you? He said, my friends. And I say, are your friends psychic? She said, they're all psychic. Okay. See? So
All my friends are drunks.
oh yeah, right, drugs. Yeah, that's
Fun
funny.
times.
Who said you to be, Morgan? Those drugs again,
The
right?
drugs, yeah.
Those drug guys again. But it's good. But it's good, right?
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
yeah,
it was basically your binaural beats sent me to you.
yeah. Do you know what? Seriously, I was even telling Daniel, right? Daniel, are you still around? Second mentor, very smart guy. Even he said, Lou, you're not from here. See, so I didn't even confirm that with TJ yet, right? And he said to me, you're not from here, Lou. I go, you can see that? He go, yeah, I can see that. And he accepted me into his group. And you know, people from Dee Dee's group, come on. You know Lou's not lying. I'm not from here.
Yeah.
I'm from a high level place and I'm trying to help you guys. But some of you guys are not helping people. I don't know what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to lie to people that they get infinite lives. What are you guys trying to do? People don't have infinite lives. That's already a lie, okay? And you see, it's all over the internet. People are infinite.
Yeah.
You're not infinite. You're not a god. How come that infinite can even exist? At a certain point, your soul is going to lose consciousness, right? You need to be a certain level to be a consciousness, or else you're just going to be a floating orb. You see orbs? Yeah. They're just disembodied orbs. You know, they're not even the spirit no more, right? They're dumb. They're just floating around. Do you think you're going to go to heaven then? Do you think you're going to reincarnate? No more reincarnation. So I hope you guys understand what we're telling you is to awaken you. But you're not even awakened. I'm just telling you as a human to almost a god. I'm almost immortal. Because the readings keep saying that, Lou, you are no longer human. TJ said that too. He go, you're not human. See? So when he said that, then I go, oh, then I better tell people that if you're human, it's not a good thing, right? You know, you have limited lifespan. That's why it's not a good thing, right? And you're being brainwashed by whoever gave you that thing that you reincarnate again and again. You won't. At a certain point, no more reincarnation, right? So why? We've done like 100 readings. I've done CEO Andy's whole company. See? And he paid me good too, guys. See, so you don't understand. I am very well-to-do energy worker. I don't need your money to do your chakra removal. I do it because I'm a kind guy. When I do the reading and see that you only have like 2 lives left, that's not a good thing. Because you know what? In the next life, you're going to forget again, right? And guess what? You're going to have less energy than your previous life. That's why if you have 1 life, and my reading is I only had 1 life. Can you imagine 1 life and I achieve immortality? That was a big risk coming here, right, Morgan? And you took a big risk coming here. I don't know why people take a risk coming to Earth. Because Earth, you're trapped in the reincarnation loop. Now do you understand? You're not given 100 lives. You're barely given 6 lives. The smart people, only 5 lives because they burned the candle at both ends, right? Look at Einstein. You don't see people saying that I'm a reincarnation of Einstein. There's no more Einstein. There's no reincarnation of Nikola Tesla. He had 5 lives. We did the reading on him. And I was just about to have him answer some questions too. And then he was gone. Even Terrence, oh yeah, no more. I go, what? Not him too, right? So all these geniuses, right? They're not a god. And all you people think that you're also very smart, but you're not a genius. So can you imagine if they were not infinite and you're thinking that you're infinite? Makes no sense, right? So I'm letting you guys do some reading, do some research. If you have a psychic friend, do a reading on your energy, right? And that's how you learn. The first thing that I did was, oh, Terrence, do an energy reading on me. How am I doing, right? And then it became like a routine thing. Do an energy reading. Is my negativity more than 1%? Can you imagine a guy that only has negativity 1%? I try not to make it so high because, like, you know, high, then I'm not thinking properly. But when I'm just 1 or 0%, I'm very good. I'm very balanced, right? But I see you guys are tiptoeing to very negative, very not caring, very aggressive, very reckless. Do you see that, Morgan?
Yes,
Anger and recklessness is very close, right? And when you're reckless, you do things that you normally would not do as a thinking person. Okay, so if you guys headed towards like very negative, road rage easily, you know, I've seen it here now. Very angry people with road rage. Like, seriously, guys? You know, I had like almost no negativity, and I was saying that the road rager was like just a dumb guy. I didn't even want to deal with him. See? So if you feel like road raging, just chill out. Don't get angry. There's something wrong if you're that angry all the time, and it's going to affect you. Why? Negativity will bring you disease like cancer, immune deficiencies, things, everything that you don't want is going to come because it also heighten your karma debts. See? So that's why I say be like us. Try to remove the negative. Use my beats, right? Morgan, I have some, shields that will help your body to develop shielding so that you don't become like a negativity sponge, right? Mm-hmm. So let's continue. What was the other one?
It was
question 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one before I tell you about what I'll be doing in the next times coming up. Mm-hmm. So question 20 or
10.
10 of 2. Oh, this is good one. Okay. Who or which beings will judge in the final judgment? And we actually asked Raziel. He did not answer it. So guess who we asked? We asked future Louis because he becomes an elder. Okay. So what did he say? What did future Louis say?
He said God, which makes sense.
I think it makes sense, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know because there's other high beings that I think have the same ability to
judge, in God. Jesus, sorry, because Jesus is God as well.
Jesus. Well, Jesus is actually very powerful. And as you know, I did the reading. He had telekinesis, but he did not want it to portray that he was using the power, because if he did that, then people would think that he was like an angry God. But he was a loving God. He was part of this pure light that came down here and wanted to save you guys. So I really hope that you go towards Jesus, towards him. If not Father, go towards Jesus, because he is still in heaven. He's in heaven now. Yeah. Right? So I ask of you guys, please, turn towards God and Jesus. He is your salvation. And I'm being 100% serious because I try to change myself. Look at me. I try to change myself to be like him.
Me too.
And look at me. And look at you. We're more like him now. More of this infinite love, this infinite being, you see. So there is a good thing if you go toward Father and Jesus. Morgan, let's do my thing now. So, you know what? I asked this question to Louis, which is in what I call this new group. It's called Alpha X in 2080. So basically, I start up this new group because I found out it's not just a group that I do by myself. I actually help Ryan first to get some technology to him, right? So what I wanted to ask is, what do I do in this team a little bit after that, right? In 2080. So I think in 2070 is when I started doing this Alpha X team to bring technology from the Palo Earths. And I bring it to Ryan so that Ryan can back engineer it and use it, right? And Ryan, he's not like the venturer like me and you, right? Because you're a commander, right? So basically we're kind of sturdy, we're kind of hardy, so we're not sitting on a butt, right? Like I'm not a weak guy. People think, oh, you do energy or you're some weak guy, right? No, I lift like 200 pounds with both arms, Like seriously, people, they have no idea what we do. Morgan, they have no idea. They think they know everything. There's like people that do it, right? That think they're so smart, that they think they're spiritual, that they think that they know everything that there is to know. But when they open their mouth or when they post something, I go, this guy knows nothing. Like there's some goofy goober that says that my stuff will harm them. And I go, but you don't even know what a binaural beat is, right? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We only help you with the healing. And the easy way to do it is there's a frequency we found out. Because why? I asked the elders. And they go, oh, just use that frequency. And I go, really? So even I didn't know, right? But I'm not a goofy goober that's making things up, right? You say, oh, 99% it will harm you. Dude, like you know nothing. Why are you even like answering questions? You know what I mean? Like whenever people talk, I know right away where they're coming from. They know nothing. Morgan, I think most people is like that. They're pulling things from their ass. They know nothing. Why are you even speaking? Don't speak if you know nothing. Am I right? Don't make things up if you know nothing. If you know nothing about binaural beats, shut up. It's a healing thing, right? Why do I go into this? Because I asked the elders. They go, yeah, do the binaural beats. See? So when the people know nothing, I know right away this guy knows nothing. Why are you speaking against binaural beat? You know nothing. Even the doctor, medical doctor, come to me. You see? So this dumb ass guy that's talking about, oh, it will harm you. How do you know? You're pulling stuff from your ass, and you're not even like an energy worker. See? So Morgan, there's really dumb ass guy causing misinformation, disinformation, right? And it's all come from you stupid guys. Why are you even speaking? Shut up. Just shut up, okay? If you're like that, just shut up. Just don't talk. Because I will pull you out on this, okay? I will shame you because I'm going to say you are a dimwit, and you are. Okay, and you're probably taking drugs too, so that's a really dumb guy too, right? And taking alcohol. You're gonna have disease everywhere, right? And they're taking cannabis too, thinking, oh, they're so smart. You're gonna have so much illnesses that you can't even count. Why? Because I talk to people that take cannabis. I talk to people that also, oh, this is not cannabis. Oh, it's fentanyl. See, it's stupid. And then they end up dead, right? Because I talk to the people. They think I know nothing. I know a lot more than what people think, right? So I'm going to be more outspoken too. Morgan, we got to be more outspoken. Because people think they know stuff, but you go know nothing. You don't do readings. You don't speak to other people. You only speak to yourself. 99% harmful. You're the dumb guy, right? You know nothing. Because you don't do the research. You just pull stuff from your ass thinking this is correct, right? But it's coming from the dark part of the brain, the corrupted part, right? Why? Because I do readings. I go, like, where's this guy coming from? Oh, this guy's stupid. He's a dumb guy. And I go, oh, really? Why is he talking, right? Why is this guy thinking that he's like a scientist, right? While he knows, like, because people are like that. So people, be very careful. There's people that know nothing. When they talk, they think they know something, but they know nothing. I say 99% of the people that talk against us, they know nothing. 0%. They're all wrong. Why? Because we do the research. We research everything. And we also do the readings, right? I'm also an energy healer. So do you think I don't know? I also talk to other medical people. So you guys know nothing. Don't start making things up if you're like a dummy guy. You know? Morgan, there's dummy people talking now. They talk like they have a PhD, but when we do the reading, teachers say, this guy's a dummy guy. I don't know where, this guy's a video gamer. This is his gamer theory. I go, oh, cool, gamer theory. Then he's really dumb, right? Because he's making things up. See? So I'm letting people know, there's people saying you got infinite lives, dummy guy. Don't follow this guy. He's a gamer guy. He's a guy living in the basement under... under the house somewhere. There's a little place he's living in. That's his
I wish that was me.
No, Morgan, that's not you. See, you have awakened. You have come to your full potential, your fullest potential. So that's why when I do readings, even I kind of question. I question teacher. I go, are you serious? I'm some sort of a team lead that leads this Alpha X group, and Marcus is in the group, and even Stanley, and there was another guy, right? Daniel, but from what I know, we booted him out because he was really not corrupted. Yeah, see? So the future can still change. Like if you're not in the right mindset or in the right energy, you won't be there. I'm letting you guys know, it's kind of scary, right? But if you're not in the right energy, if you're not smart enough, you won't be there. And it's not because, you know, it's not even random.
It's like the future needs to preserve itself. It can't allow for it can't allow for contamination.
Yeah, somehow this future is even more strict than what is now.
Yeah, it's stronger now. Yeah,
it's stronger, right? It needs to preserve it. Exactly what you're saying. Exactly. So somehow it needs to preserve whatever it needs to have persist in the future.
To bring the God rays.
Yes.
So that God's will.
God's will.
Come. Yeah.
I think the bottom line again, it comes back to God's will, because you know why? I've been trying not to be stronger than God. Trying, right? I'm trying
to evolve. Yeah, you're trying to evolve.
I'm going to see how far I can go. But teachers say, holy shoot, you took all those sources. And I go, yeah. And then later, I said, I felt something going. And I go, what happened? And he said, oh, I go, don't tell me God took it back. And he said, God took all of it back. You only have one source. You know, I'm not saying I'm greedy. I just want to see if I can be like him. I can be like him.
Yeah.
I'm not
saying... It's ironic that, like, the physical evolution that scientists believe in isn't real because God made all the animals, everything. But the spiritual evolution is real. How ironic is that?
It's, a lot of the stuff, it really does not make sense. It really doesn't.
Oh.
That's why sometimes I say you have to throw the logical mind out, on certain things, right? Because how can it be one infinite God that's that powerful, that created everything? But there is. Because the reader said that.
It's just the truth, yeah.
Because the reader said that. Even I go, oh, my mind cannot gather how powerful this guy is, right?
It's like how a house has a builder.
Yes.
The universe has a maker.
Yes.
But then God came from nothing. So there is a logic to it, but you have to. It's quite complicated.
Yes.
In a way, it's different.
But do you know what the even more complicated thing is, right? I keep saying this is kind of like the center of the universe. This is the center planet, right? But when I start telling you that Jesus came here, many of these high-level people came here. Like,
yes, yeah.
like you can go through history. You go, why come here, right? Because I truly believe this is the one, if not the prime ascension planet.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Shocking, right? But if you deep dig, you're gonna see Louis was right on. That always come into my mind that there's something special here. Because why Jesus came?
And Amber had said to you that it's like almost like a hotel for higher dimensional beings, because people, they come here to learn or teach as well. And I don't think they can do that on other planets.
Yeah.
And I think like this place is the center of the universe. So there's a very special thing about Earth that God allows people to come here.
And I know what people are gonna think, that there is some indication that we're made from aliens. We're not. That's what's really weird about it. They're making things to cover the thing that is the most powerful, the one God.
Yeah, God.
Yes. They're trying to make it history by putting things back in time. How do I know that? They do shit like that to confuse you, but there's only one God. They'll put stuff back in time to make him a younger God, that alien gods before. No! There's only one God. See? So now weird, right?
Yeah, the ones they worship came after. Like all the, the old gods came after it.
Yeah.
God is the original old God.
He is this most powerful being that you ever could think of, because like, trust me, that's why I don't connect with him all the time. He's just so mighty.
He's very busy as well, though.
He's very busy.
So,
see,
Jesus said that his father.
We don't connect, but we do connect to Jesus, because he's very soft. He's very kind.
Yeah.
He called me cousin. Oh, doesn't that make me warm and fuzzy feeling? Of course it does. So that's why we connect with him. But with God, it's like, I can't speak right now, Lou. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then don't speak, Father. It's like me. I'm scared. Don't wipe me from existence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm kind of like that. Like, seriously, people, they don't know. He's like that to me.
They say the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom, so it's not a bad thing, because he's real and he can do what he wants. He's very powerful. Yes,
he definitely is the most wonderful person too. Like, if you guys can connect with him, you guys will know right away.
Yeah.
He is, for me, I'm in awe with this presence. Like when TJ connects, that's how I feel. Yes. TJ say, oh, he wants to talk to you, Luke. I go, me?
In a respectful way, it is almost like seeing an alien, because they're so far removed from this realm that it's such an incredible encounter. Mm-hmm. I've not had that like TJ has yet, but it's like you have those feelings in your life sometimes. That there's a higher power and it affects you. Yep. And doing energy work is very close to that, though. You feel, because we talk to Father during it a lot, so you feel that connection.
Okay. And I also want to warn you guys again about the opening of portals. Okay. Yeah. Humans can do it. You know why? Because I confirmed that if you...
There are ways to do it.
Well, people use the Ouija board. That's one of the bad ones, because you don't know how you don't know how to close it, but you open it, right?
So yeah.
We do ask. I've actually asked Raziel to say, so what can come through, right? So you can get possessed. The whole family can basically get possessed when the portal is not closed. So, and also, you also get like energy attachments. So you can have something suck it off you. Not only possession. Can you imagine one guy will have like not only possession, but like energy leeches off them? Like, can you imagine the poor guy? So, don't play games that you don't know how to finish, So, now here's the thing. So we also asked, so this is some extra stuff. I wanted to know, like, are there actually beings that close the portals, right?
Yeah.
So now I found out that actually the angel can also close portals open to hell and portals open to heaven.
That's good news.
And demons, they can only close the portals open in hell.
Oh, right, okay.
That's interesting, right? The angels are once more powerful. They are a little bit more powerful. So now
they are, yeah.
So don't follow these demon guys. They're not as powerful. But I know
They're not.
you do. So
Yeah.
So if you do open the portal, don't ask me to close it. I don't play those things anymore. I know a lot of people did ask me, no more. Because I'll rather be safe and let you guys learn, than to me put my hand in there and then Father gonna be kind of mad at me. That's how important it is. Don't play with things you don't know how to close. A lot of people I found out are playing those games. Not my game. I don't want to play that game. Seriously, I can open portals to heaven. I do it all the time. But I don't open portals to hell, right? But people, they don't know. Once they play with the Ouija board, it can be from anywhere. Because they have no control. Morgan, the people, the humans, they have no control, eh? They don't know also what they're doing. That's what I found out. They don't know what they're doing. So, and I know that they want certain things, so they're going to pull those type of beings to them, right? They're going to attract these type of negative, because, don't forget, these negative beings, they're attracted to negative energy, right? So if you're like a really negative guy, how can you shake them out, right? You can't shake them out, right? So, people call on me, say, Luke, can you remove the spirit attachment? I can do it. Why? Because TJ confirmed it. TJ confirms that, maybe Willie has been playing some stuff, Sorry, Willie, I have to mention you, right? And then you say, hey, Lou, I think something's moving inside me. Can you tell TJ what it is? And I'll say, yeah, it's a spirit. It's moving in you. What do you want me to do? So this is what he says. Lou, I want you to remove it and put a shield. So this is what I do. I ask TJ, I removed it. I vaporized it, right? One of the tools now is to not save it. I don't save those things anymore. I have evolved because it's wasting my time to take it into me, right? Yeah. So I vaporize it, and I say, TJ, where is it? He say, it's gone, it's vaporized. I go, oh, that's my tool now.
That's great, yeah.
See? So it's not something you want to play with, because you guys don't have tools. I mean, God gave you guys some tools like wealth and good timing and some luck, right? But they don't give you those tools because you don't know how to grab them. All you do is grabbing the negative energy. You're grabbing all these negative souls, these demons and stuff. That's all, because that's what we see, right? I do the reading and I go, but they're that stupid. They don't know how to remove those demons, and I have to remove it. Morgan, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to do it. That's why? Because it hurts me when I got to make my decision to vaporize. I don't want to make that decision. I don't want to play what God's role is. See what I'm saying? I'm not given God's role. I'm just a savior. I'm not going to save the demons too, right? See, but I don't want to kill them either, Morgan. You make a tough thing for me. I don't want to. I could do it, but I won't do it. So if you ask me to do it, even if you pay me, I won't do it. So I'm putting my foot down, because you guys don't know what you're doing. Don't get me involved, right? So I think that's it. Morgan, what do you have going on?
I've got the channel, The Chosen Voice of God, on YouTube, and I'm just making shorts, and it has excerpts from the Bible to teach people spiritual truths, but I'm also going to share some of the readings from the talk shows, make them into edits, so that it's moving pictures and talks. It shows things that we found out, so it's a mixture of the old news and the new news.
That's good.
Because even the New Testament is old news now, like you said in your site. I mean, in a respectful way, we need to just spread the truth. And I mean, if cults and things like that can take off, I mean, absolute gobbledygook. Yeah. I mean, the truth can take off just as much. I mean, there's a lot of people that waste their time.
That's what I was thinking. Why not spread what we found as the truth and remove or delete some of the stuff that's been put in Google, and they think that's fact, right? It's dude, we do readings. This is old stuff. People.
Well, in the future, we'll probably be in Google.
Well, those. Yeah, eventually we'll be the new gurus, right? But I'm saying all the old gurus, they're gone. They're dead. Seriously, I've been trying to contact somebody. I think they're dead, right? I was go, dude, you were talking about more chakras. Where are you? He's dead. Because the guy doesn't answer, right? Where are you? I think they're all dead. Because why would you want more chakras, more blockages, more disease? It makes that alone would be your logical reasoning gone wrong. More chakras. where do you want these chakras to be? And they're putting it outside the body. It makes no sense. How can you have chakras outside the body? Even your soul is not really outside the body. See, they're playing. People, you guys are taking up the nonsense from these chakra guys. They make zero sense. Because when I talk to Raziel, I asked Raziel, do we need a chakra? He said, no. You need to remove the chakras. Even he said, remove the chakras. I go, dude, you have been right to us all the time. And then the people taking it the other direction. Put in more chakras, 100 chakras. There you go, you're Superman.
Crazy.
And then they show this old guy with like graying hair, and he's your guru. I mean, we should be guru. Look, we look young. We look like 30, right? It makes no sense you put a guy, looks like he's 90, right? But the thing is, I don't want to portray, my full picture because people are going to do voodoo on me. That's why we don't put it. Because we found you guys doing voodoo stuff. We don't like voodoo, but we just don't want you to have our picture while you're doing voodoo on it. See, we don't want to do that. We know about you guys, see? So Louis right on, right? Yeah, you guys do voodoo. Stop it. Because voodoo is a dark art. Not going to be, you're going to have to pay a price. I just let people know, because they're practicing the voodoo stuff now with the person's picture. No, that's not evil. Don't you know what evil is? You're putting bad vibes on somebody. That's evil, okay? Stop it. There is going to be a price that you're going to pay. I don't understand why people think that they're going to help their friend.
Well, look at the person.
Why you do that? Don't do that.
The person that cursed my cousin is dying of cancer right now.
Say it.
And he's trying to use witchcraft to save himself, but it's not working. You can't escape it.
Witchcraft is evil.
It's not all of it's evil, but it's old fashioned and it's only for like small things. You can't really, and it blocks people, so it's not good. And it's only, it blocks their energies.
From Morgan, say
I know.
Don't do this bad stuff because we don't do it. And look at us, we're evolving because we asked TJ. We go, where's Morgan? Morgan's still there. 200 years. What? See, I don't do the reading. I don't even do any reading. The only reading I do is when I do your chakra removal. I feel it. I know already it's gone. But to confirm, I also ask TJ because TJ can see energy. He'll look at your picture and say, there's no chakras there. And I go, really? No chakra. I go, cool. I thought that, right? See? So people, when you're in a team like ours, we help each other. We're like synergy. Like I said, that's the magic word, synergy. We work together. Now we're better than the one. Because together, we are achieving something special here. We're achieving ascension. And when we do the reading, they said, Morgan's there, Jerry's there, Willie's there, Felix is there, Terrence is there, Ryan is definitely there. I go, I don't do the reading, people. So that means that we're all made it, right? So make it means that we're in the future. We are survived because people are trying to hurt the human race here. They're trying to put plagues here. See what I'm saying? So if it's important to you, follow us. Look at our videos. Look at our beats. Look at Morgan's stuff. He's trying to give you the truth. We're trying to do the reading, and Morgan is trying to simplify it for you so it easily digests into your brain so that your brain knows what is real. Okay? We're trying to make it maybe too simple, Morgan. When you make it too simple, they think it's got to be more complex than that. No. Simple is good. Simple for you guys that nothing about religion, know nothing about spirituality, nothing about energy work. Morgan is trying to distill it so easy to comprehend, right, Morgan? I know what you're trying to do. I already know. Because people here want it simple, right? Because the minds have become too simple. AI is really taking over. Because in the future, AI does take over. Seriously, I tell you the truth, okay? But we are managed. Me and Morgan, we know many technologies. We're very intelligent. That's why they recruit us. Ryan recruited Morgan. Ryan recorded Louis because I am part of the family. He can't leave me alone, right? Because I made Terrence who he is. So that when Terrence eventually has his son has no chakras. And Ryan has no chakras. Can you imagine born with no chakras? Because when Terrence had no chakras at 9, he was already very psychic. And he helped me do all the readings for the last 10 years to help the CEO guy, to help Marcus, to help Willie, to help Felix, to help Jerry, right? All these senior guys. I call them senior. And obviously Morgan, he was one of the guys that came to me that gave me all these new ideas. And to do the show was because of him. Okay, I couldn't do it alone. Do you see synergy again? If you do things alone, you are way behind. You need helpers. You need friends. So if you guys come into our group, you will know. With helping each other, you will achieve many more things than you did by yourself. That's why the secret from the future was synergy. We grabbed that. We hooked onto that. And look at us now. The readings are so incredible that they say, Louis, you're on your own timeline. And that I can, why? It's to safeguards this timeline. This timeline is very important. Okay, where Morgan is, where Terrence is. That's their timeline. But I made another one to safeguard this timeline. So you know how important this timeline is? You guys have no idea. If you don't exist in the future, there is a reason, okay? There's a reason. That's why I said you guys got to look into your future, okay? If you exist in the future, if you don't exist in the future, then work on it, okay? Very important to do energy work. Very important to remove the chakras. I cannot even, tell you how important it is to remove the chakras. It is a spiritual thing. It's a purification thing. It will lead you to your ascension. It will lead you out of this 3D reincarnation loop. It is a loop. It's a reincarnation loop, but it's a dead end loop, okay? It's not infinite. And I think that's more than enough for you guys. So check out our channels, Morgan's channel. I will put the link in the show, and then check out my healing beats, check out our websites and other things. But like I said, keep updated. Don't just have one core belief. Learn that there's many things out there, right? What we're doing is very advanced. I'm letting you guys know I'm advancing now because of what I did previously. It's advancing me. I'm learning some new energy ways, new energy methods. So I'm going to always keep growing. Morgan's going to keep growing because he's not at a standstill. He's not letting himself, believe in one thing. We believe in this, but we're also still doing our reading. We're doing our research. Am I right, Morgan? We're not just at a standstill here.
Yeah, we're keeping going.
We're going to keep going. So I think that's it, guys. Divine blessings. We hope to see you guys on the forum and on our YouTube channels. So take care. Divine blessings. And Morgan.
Take care, everyone. Divine blessings to you.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Please like, please share, and please subscribe to our channel.
Please like, please share, and please subscribe to our channel.